What is going on, guys? MLB The Show 24. Now, I'm going to show you how to create a custom franchise with all created teams, okay? Now, let's take a look at what I'm talking about. This is the team I'm being. Our team is called the Lightning Bats, okay? That's the name of our team. We're called the Lightning Bats. And we have another logo that's on our home jersey that's a picture of a bat holding a bat, if that makes sense. And our opponent is a team called the Angry Apes. I'm trying to get a closer look at their logo. You know, they're called the Angry Apes. But anyway, I'm going to show you how that's done. You know, how to create a season with just created teams, and that's it. So when creating a franchise with only created teams, I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, so I'm going to start by telling you this. You're using real MLB teams. You're just changing the uniforms and names of the teams and what stadium they're at. So you're basically turning MLB teams into created teams. So that's how that would work. So anyway, let's get into it. So this is how we're going to create a franchise with only created teams. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Start New Franchise. Okay, we're going to go to Start New. Okay, show you how this works. And now you would load a saved roster, you know, and this is just for the sake of this video. I'm going to go ahead and do it. You know, whatever roster you want to use, make sure you do that before you start a franchise. And there's going to be a lot of side notes, so pay attention. So what you're going to do is, where it says R1 custom team, you're going to do this here. Now, if you already created a custom team previously, and I'm going to get into that because there's a side note to that too. If you've already created you can load that one in. I'll give you an example. See, I created several. So I can load all these in and put them in, fill these in as, you know, I'm going to show you how that works. So, you know, so basically what I would do is I would do this and put that in, press X. So now that is a created team. Now, you know, and I'll do it again. As you can see, that's that. Okay, so that's how you load a created team that you've already created. Now, basically, you just created the identity of the team. You can put that identity and attach it to any MLB team you want and turn that into a... Now, let me show you. Let's go here. Okay. Now, let's say you don't want to do that. You want to create your own from scratch. You're going to go here. And you're going to create new. Okay, so right here, you have all this stuff that you're going to put with the team, okay? And I have other videos showing you how to deal with the logos and how to, you know, I'm going to put the link in the description to attach that to this, because if I do them all in one video, it's going to take an eternity. We're not going to do everything, but I'm just showing you this here. You're going to do all your team details, you know, and you can randomize the colors by just simply by hitting square on the PlayStation version. And they'll do that if you want to speed things up. But, you know, that's that. Or you can create your own color like this. You know, however you want to do it. Okay, you're going to create your team name. Now, what I like to do is go here. Before I come up with a team name, I like to see if there's an audio for that team, for that word. Okay. And what I also like to do is, when I create a logo, I'm going to show you that. You're going to go to Logo Editor, go here, okay? Go through these different stuff. Once I create my logo editor, or when I see an idea for a logo editor, if you're real serious about the audio being played for your, you know, the name of your team, if that means something to you, some people are not going to care. But let's say I do care and I want my team to be the Spiders, okay? Okay, so I want my team to be called the Spider. So what I'm going to do is go here and see if there's an audio for that one. Again, you definitely don't need to do this. You don't have to. Some people don't care if there's an audio for their team or not. But if you do, you can kind of sample your logos and see if they have something. And they do.
The Spiders.
See, I'm just doing this. I'm just playing it. So they do have that. So I would create a logo. Maybe I would be a little bit more creative, add some other pieces to that. And if you don't feel like creating a logo, you can always go to View Logo Vault. Now, that is an online community creation thing. I can't go into that right now because they have some stuff on there that would be labeled, you know, it would flag the video. They have some of the stuff is a little graphical and adult, you know, and it's adulterated. Some of it is. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not going into it, but you can click into that and go. A lot of them are not, but there's a few that are. And you can go into that. There's some really, really awesome options in there. And you can just download as many as you want, save those logos, and then you can attach them to your player's uniform. Now, I'm going to show you that too real quick. Okay? I'm not going to take too long with it, but I'm going to show you. Okay, let's say I want to attach a logo that I already created to my hat. You're going to go here, and you're going to go here. Then I'm going to press start, and I'm going to go to load. And here's all the ones that I've created already. Let's say the Ohio Bulls. Okay, that's a horrible logo, by the way. That is a garbage logo. But I'm just giving you, I never use that in my created teams. That's one of my worst ones. But anyway, I'm just showing you how to do it. You would put it there, okay? That's how you would do it. And you could also do that on the jersey. Okay? Then you press start, load, and get one of your created logos. And then you could use the R1 analog. I mean, not R1, but the R analog to lower the size of it. Because if you do this, the whole thing is not going to be on the jersey. And then if you want it on the right and left of the jersey, you use the left analog to move it, okay? Let's say I want it like that. And then I'm just going to back out of it. As you can see, the logo's on the jersey. So that's that, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's pretty cool anyway. So those are just a couple of side notes on your created, you know, how to create your team and whatnot. So basically, you do that, create your team details, you know what I'm saying? And you select whatever name you want. And then you're going to back out of it. No, you're going to press start, okay? You're going to press yes, okay? And whatever you want your team to be. And this stuff is going to be a little wacky because obviously I didn't use the spider logo. I'm just showing you're just going to type the name of whatever and save it like this. That's how you save your team's identity, okay? And I'm going to show you why that's a very big deal in a minute, okay? So there we go. We have that. And, you know, that's how you're going to do that to every single team. And here's a side note. If you're not going to do all this at once, what you can do is just go to the franchise mode, create a team. Go to start a new franchise, and then you act like you're creating teams. And you create all the logos and all the identity for the teams, and you save them. And then you back out of it and don't save the franchise. That way you slowly but surely end up with 30 logos. Or how many MLB teams are there? 29, 30? I think there's 30 MLB teams. And then you're going to attach those identities to each MLB team. And then, because if you create each one, like by hand, and create logos, that takes a ridiculous amount of time. I actually did try that a couple years ago with a different MLB. And I said, I'm not doing this. Because I started getting lazy and sloppy with the logos, and some of the teams looked like crap. So I didn't do that. And like I said, a good idea is also to, you know what I'm saying, upload or download some of the community creation logos and then to kind of speed things up. You could probably knock it out in 10 minutes if you do that, you know, but that's how you would do it. And once you've created all your teams, either created created all your teams, you go ahead and start the franchise, and every team is going to be a created team. So, you know what I'm saying? You just start the franchise like you would once you've created all your teams, and you're good to go. You'll have a franchise with all created teams. So here's the franchise I actually am doing with created teams. Now, I will tell you, it's not 100% created teams, but as you can see, look at my division, the Twins, the Hound Dogs, the Reapers, the Lions, and the Tigers. Now, I made a mistake. Our team is actually called the Lightning Bats, but the audio says Tigers because I made a mistake. I forgot to change the audio of my team's name, and that was just something I forgot to do. But anyway, and we're not doing very well. We're 9-15, but all of my teams are not created teams, okay? As you can see, a lot of them are, but I got a little lazy and I said, I'm done. I have enough created teams. I didn't want to put the time in, but a lot of my teams are created teams, and that's the franchise that I have. And another thing I want to tell you is that, when you're creating your franchise, you can give your franchise a home stadium that is a created stadium. So you can create various stadiums in this and attach those to your created teams just to give it that much more creation. You know what I mean? Just to give it that much more identity. That is incredibly awesome. And you can also always select what stadium you play at. You know what I mean? And for any game that you play in your franchise mode too. And you can create a lot of wacky stadiums. Do whatever you want with that too. But anyway, that's this video. That is some instructions on how to create your own franchise with nothing but created teams.